And together, we shall write an American story of hope, not fear, of unity, not division, of light, not darkness, a story of decency and dignity, love and healing, greatness and goodness. May this be the story that guides us.
Hey, let's go, Brandon. I keep a drum like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon.
Even though the hit song Let's Go Brandon, which is the best version out there, was banned by YouTube and censors, thanks to all of you guys out there in America and across the world, that song has soared to #1.
Let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. You ask questions.
It's your boy Bryson Gray, Christian conservative rapper, you feel me? And we beat Adele on gang. This is like the first actual culture war I feel like conservatives have ever really been in, like competing with the top people.
Okay, first off, the problem with taking a picture with Lady MAGA is that is a 6'3" grown man in a dress. He need to be playing basketball or hooping, throwing a pigskin or something. He need to be getting some sport.
Because everybody know I don't curse in my music. So I made one, put Tyson James and Chandler Crump on it, and now it's the #1 song in the country on iTunes.
Today on the Matt Walsh Show, outrage over a plan by some congressional Republicans to form a caucus dedicated to preserving our Anglo-Saxon political tradition.
To the GOP, you will never beat the left. If you trying to beat the left, that's the way to beat yourself.
Yes, America First conservatives are against mass immigration. No news there, and that's for a good reason they're against it, by the way. Yes, we're supposed to be a nation with a border and a culture. And yes, we have Anglo-Saxon political tradition. All of that is undeniably true.
We have a power that they can never take away, and it is tied to our connection to the people in this great country. You know who the fighters are.
For the first time, someone was talking about the American worker, and someone was saying bring back these jobs from overseas, and someone was saying build a wall and defend our borders.
This is the era of America First, not some reincarnation of neocon control.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson. Tonight, a significant day in the recent history of the country.
Not guilty. Kyle Rittenhouse has been found not guilty on all counts.
In the summer of 2020, the leadership of the Democratic Party endorsed mob violence for political ends. More than a year later, as Rittenhouse stood trial for murder, those very same people implied there would be more violence if he was acquitted. So imagine being a juror on that case. Imagine the pressure and the fear. It would take enormous moral courage for any juror to ignore the threats and follow the evidence to its logical conclusion. So much courage that at times we doubted it was even possible in a country as politicized as ours now is. But as we learn today, it is still possible, thank God.
May the jury find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Governor Greg Abbott today signed a new Texas law that significantly restricts abortions in Texas.
It is one of the strictest abortion laws in the entire country. It effectively bans abortions after about 6 weeks, sooner than many women even know they're pregnant.
Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. Have the baby, let it grow, just let it live.
This is not the first threat to Roe we've seen in a state across the country. It's an extreme threat.
The act is clearly unconstitutional under long-standing Supreme Court precedent.
The lack of action by the nation's high court deals a blow to Roe v. Wade, the landmark 1973 Supreme Court ruling that legalized abortion nationally.
Texas is the first 6-week ban to take effect, so it holds that distinction of essentially turning the clock back on Roe after 50 years.
A major abortion case before the U.S. Supreme Court could roll back abortion rights in the U.S. that were once enshrined by the landmark ruling of Roe versus Wade. The case in question concerns a 2018 Mississippi law.
At issue in the Dobbs case is Mississippi's 15-week abortion law. This is our best opportunity in decades to overturn Roe v. Wade as well as Casey v. Planned Parenthood.
Hundreds gathered outside the court, both sides vividly demonstrating what's at stake. Several of the court's conservatives appeared willing to rule for abortion opponents who say Roe was wrongly decided and should be overturned, even though abortion rights have been the law of the land for almost 50 years.
If we think that the prior precedents are seriously wrong, why then doesn't the history of this court's practice with respect to those cases tell us that the right answer is actually the return to the position of neutrality?
I am honored to accept your nomination for governor of the great Commonwealth of Virginia.
They say I'm a troublemaker. I'm wrestling with principalities like Undertaker. I done show so much love.
We watched parents so upset because there was such sexually explicit material in the library they had never seen. It was shocking. And in fact, you vetoed the bill that would have informed parents that they were there. You believe school systems should tell children what to do. I believe parents should be in charge of their kids' education.
Mr. McCullough, 30 seconds.
It is official. The Fox News Decision Desk is now calling this race for Glenn Youngkin. He will now be the governor-elect of Virginia.
Glenn Youngkin did so well in this campaign specifically because he latched himself on to the culture wars, and specifically the specific culture war of anti-white critical race theory and all of that mess going on in the school systems, okay? And that's what really should be very weight-telling to you, very telling to you, is the fact that, you know, that's how he did it.
Well, it's day one, and we've had a great morning, and as we head into the afternoon, it's time to go to work. This is Executive Order number 1, ending the use of inherently divisive concepts, including critical race theory.
Let's get busy. I pray to God I know it with me. I'm flexing big.
This is Executive Order number 2.
Against me. I know it's many, cause I'm bold as a lion. Take my liberty over.
Our hope was and is and always will be in God and in God alone. Everything else will fail us.